And we are back in some more Elden Ring, going through and attempting to do every NPC quest. Get out of our pose here. So, last time, first part, talked to a few people, started some quests, beat up patches a few times, talked to definitely Rena, doesn't have any other name and is totally just somebody named Rena. Talked to Bach and got him his needle back. Talked to Selin, who's upset that she got kicked out of magic school. And got killed by a dragon like 6 times. So this time, we are gonna continue doing stuff. So during our little fight with Patches, we ended up over in the Mistwood. So we're gonna head back over there, grab the map, and maybe look for another friend to do some quests for. Get that map. Love those little squirrel guys. Big. Little bones. I need more little bones. Oh, I think what's his name is over here. You know what? We're making a quick detour. Forgot, there's another friend we can meet.
Hello?
I think.
Is
Oh, yep,
anybody
there he is.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Erdtree, grant me succor.
Hello. Who are you?
Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but no. No, the help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished.
Dude,
Despite
it's not cool to call us
appearances,
that.
nobility
Actually,
is
yes,
no
it is, but
prerequisite to serving the true order. You might
say
have
it that
heard of
way.
me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool! And plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
Knight, obsessed with blood, took your castle.
What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye?
I
My
mean,
fort lies to the
sure,
south,
if you're offering.
beyond the Mistwood. Take it back for me. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval. Yes, now allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of grafting. Honestly, Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame, the big girl's blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage, though you almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it. What are you waiting for? My fort lie...
Okay, so got some information on Godfrey from him, who's apparently, or not Godfrey, on Godric from him, who's apparently the lord of the area. Though Kenny there doesn't seem to much appreciate Godric. Guys, I just want the thing. I just want the thing. I know you're here protecting Kenneth, so I don't want to kill you. Hey, there we go. Got the magic grease. Right. Now let's continue on. Bones? Nope, no bones. No bones. Oh, that's a bear. Very big bears. How many souls do I have right now? Not that many. Let's see if we can run in here and grab this stuff before these bears kill us. Awesome. Map. Thank you. And some tears. And one out of sunflower. Did the bear give up? I think the bear might have given up. Yep, he gave up. Bears, nature's quitters. Ooh, scarab. Hey, we got the butt stomp Ash of War. Beast bones. Is that just those guys? Okay, yeah, that's not the bear again. I was worried for a second I had triggered the bear again. You have bones? Nope. This is weird because I'm like 90% sure that a deer does in fact have bones, but he just didn't drop any apparently. Here we are. Okay. So, if we look carefully, see there is somebody Batmaning up there. And he's howling at us. So we are gonna go talk to somebody about him, but first we are gonna sneak past this bear and check out the downstairs here. The real chest. Yes, it is. Awesome. And we got an axe talisman. Oh, I don't have anything in my talisman thing yet. Neither of those are very good, so that's probably why I had nothing in there. Alright, so Ken's fort is... Actually, no, Ken's fort is here. And we're also going to need to go there in a little bit. But before we do either of those, let us go ask Calais about that weird wolf-looking dude hanging out on top of the tower. Wolf Batman. Excuse me. Hey, Calais, I saw a werewolf guy.
Well, you're back.
Also, let me buy some stuff from you.
The howl of a wolf in the mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about.
Hey, Catman Jones.
I know. Why
We're gonna go
don't you
meet a
take
giant
for
wolf
yourself?
man, and then we're gonna
Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right
rescue a
under the
castle
source. Oh,
that has
don't
been
fret.
kidnapped,
There is
as
nothing
castles are wont to
fear.
be.
I just have an inkling the two of you might hit
Which is
it
totally
off.
the correct word. It hasn't been seized or taken over or anything like that. It is definitely kidnapped is the correct word.
There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood my people,
We heard
which
you
is
say
why,
that before.
Thanks to that, I think this makes your people the
Okay, so Kali told us that the thing is... What we saw up there is some guy named Blod, and... Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. If we snap our fingers at him, he'll come talk to us. Let's go do that. So I just realized I forgot to grab a bonfire over there, so I got a dumb horse 10 miles back to that spot now. These little guys. There's a real animal that looks kind of like them, and I can't remember what it's called. Hey, that pig had pig poop in it. Which is not what I wanted. I wanted bones. It's actually Blad with a B. It looks like it should be pronounced Blade. It's Blaiid. And it's apparently the real-life Welsh word for wolf. So it's a guy who looks like a wolf and his name is just Wolf. Oh, I hear him. There he is. He's up there. That is a very big bear that will murder us, so I'm gonna try to sneak around that. And... I love that. This guy is such a badass.
Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody.
Look how tall he is.
Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Right, so he wants us to find a guy named Darrowell so that we can kill him for being a traitor. Which I happen to know because, through the magic of having played the game before, that Darrowell is locked in a jail over there. But before we get him, let's help our buddy Ken get his castle back. Also, that's a bear. There's a cemetery here. And this cemetery does not work. Normally those guys are supposed to stay in the ground. Like I ever knew there was a cemetery over here. It's amazing how many times I've played this game and I still am discovering new stuff in it. But it is such a big game. Am I going the right way? Nope, I am going the wrong way. I'm going towards number 2, I'm supposed to be going towards number 1. So let's jump back down this thing. Oh, do you have bones? You do, but they're the wrong kind of bones. Do you have bones? Yes, awesome. Oh, you can be eaten by a wolf. Stop eating me while I'm trying to craft things. Forest is just infested with wolves. Like we're in a forest or something. Alright, here is the lovely Fort Height. I think there's a merchant here somewhere. Have you guys seen a merchant? Is this him? Open for... Yep, he is. There he is.
Ah, welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right
Yep,
this
just
way.
making sure. Yep. Dude. Okay, sorry about that. What do you have for sale? Whoops.
Welcome,
That's not the right button.
you please. I'm hungry.
I cannot afford anything I want from you. I'm sorry, buddy. I know you need money for food, but I can't afford anything. Oh, nice. We got some demi-humans here who are helping us storm the castle. Let's see how they do. You guys got this. Yep, they got this. They're gonna do it. Okay, maybe they don't have this. Let's help them out. I almost killed myself. That is not the right cliff. I think it's this one, yes. Correct cliff. Be up there to kill you guys in just a moment. First, now I can heal more. Yeah, sure. What's the question? If you ask anything about the game, or if you want to ask anything about the podcast, either. Yes, technically I can answer that stuff too. That's a good question. I feel like, me personally, I would have loved... It's technically a bit later than medieval times, but I would have really liked something like an Estoc. Like a really long, like, stabbing fencing weapon like that. Which technically, again, that was more like a Renaissance weapon than medieval, but that would definitely be my choice. I don't know why I'm bothering to fight this pumpkinhead like this. This is the stupidest way I can fight this guy. Oh, that's my Nightbot command. I'm like, what the heck is that? Oh, it's that one that shows up if people talk enough. And I'm out of flasks because I'm fighting this guy in the stupidest way possible. I am gonna go get my flask back and then do this in a way that isn't stupid. Is just stay on the horse and hit them and run away. Would just run past them, but then they'll all follow me inside if I do, and it'll make fighting the boss of this place way harder. Ow. Like, in the top of my head. That looks painful. See, this is a much smarter way to fight because the AI doesn't exactly understand how horses or jumping works. So how strong is that dude that he just stabbed that flagpole into solid stone? Ow. It's definitely my favorite one. I like the aesthetic of Bloodborne more, but that's just because I'm more of a fan of that kind of style. But as far as gameplay goes, this is definitely the best one by a huge margin. Just the whole open world thing, all of the different quests, the incredible variety of weapons and fighting styles. Really, none of the other ones come close to this one as far as, like, the mechanics of the game go. Mouse. Okay, got it. Okay. There's the guy throwing stuff. Oh, there's two guys throwing stuff. And more mice. Can I summon my dogs? I can summon my dogs. Oh, I'm gonna die. Out on a wall. Well, I died up top because these are all explosive barrels. Do one heal to fight the boss of this place, so we're gonna die against him. Wonder if I can draw him down to my dog. Oh, nice, we got our heals back. That's another really good thing about this game is occasionally if you kill like an entire group of enemies, it gives you some of your healing back. So that you can go longer between the... Oh god, he's coming to kill me. So this is the guy Kenneth Haidt was talking about that took his fort from him. The blood-obsessed knight. And he's not technically a boss, but he's got a lot of moves that are really not fun. He's got a lot of health. And he doesn't respawn, so I count that as kind of being like a little mini-boss. I count everybody that doesn't respawn as sort of a boss. Oh, hey, there's a guy that was shooting the crossbow bolts. He apparently does not care that we just killed everyone here. Yeah, it's a lot better about healing than some of the other ones. The first Dark Souls, I think, was the worst one about it because it was very hard to upgrade your flasks, like to be able to take more drinks out of them. The items that let you do it were a lot more scarce. And also the bonfires, like, that you could rest at were way further in between than in later games. Level up. Let me see if I can level up before we go do our next thing. I jumped off the wrong side of the cliff again. Don't think I have enough. There we go. Point in strength. And let's see. Yes, that's enough that we can wield this two-handed. Okay. So we have our giant mega fuck-off sword. And we can actually wield it now, though I'm probably... Yeah, I'm really overweight. I'm going to have to take my armor off. Let's see how little of it I can take off and still move. Okay, so if I take all of... Actually, I guess I don't need the shield. So let's see what I can put back on now. Okay, so I can wear that and still be medium without the shield. Can I wear my gloves? No. Can't wear my pants. Can I wear these pants? Yes. We're gonna have to mix and match a little bit. No, I cannot. not wear my hood. Okay, so you're sort of dressed. Does this have a weapon art on it? Let's see. Oh, it's just got that one. I need to get... There's one where you, like, jump up in the air and do, like, a Sonic the Hedgehog spin that's really good with this ridiculous sword. I love this thing. It's roughly the size of Blood. Okay. So we're going over there now. Because to eventually, though I'm not going to do it all right now because I will die horribly if I don't continue to put points into like health and endurance. But if I eventually get my strength up to 40, I can wield that one-handed and have a shield in the other hand. Also, watch this. Uses so much stamina, though. But it literally throws people into the air. It's so big. This sword is in every, like, Miyazaki game. It's even in, I think it's even in a couple of the Armored Cores as a weapon they can use. And it's based off Guts' sword from Berserk. It's even got, like, the same weapon description where it says the thing like, it's more like a hunk of iron than a blade or whatever it is. I could say exactly what it was if I felt like opening up the description of the weapon, but... actually, let's do that here. That guy's still not chasing us. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Which view medium? There it is. A coarse iron lump. That's it. I think I like a good mix of the two, and I also think my game just... Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. Let's say I think the game just crashed, but it did not. I like a good mix. I always like, in fantasy stuff where there's, like, magic and martial stuff mixed together, like a Magic Knight type character. So, like, when, Codex Alera is one of my favorite, like, fantasy series, and it's basically sort of like Avatar, where people just have, like, weird elemental abilities. And my favorite one that people have in that are the people who have control over metal, because they basically use it to do stuff like they can knock arrows out of the air because they can feel the metal in the arrow tip, and they're like crazy good swordsmen because they can, like, turn their sword into part of their body type almost. And I always just like stuff like that where people use the magic more to, like, enhance existing stuff than just, like, somebody hanging around casting a fireball. Which is probably why my first character on the podcast was a magus, just because that's kind of that mix like that.
Darrowell, rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Yeah, Alwyn is kind of more like pure magic, but he's like weird occult magic. Sword is ridiculous. That should not have been that easy of a fight. But this thing staggers people like there's no tomorrow. We're almost to another level up already. Gotta do next. I think we gotta... So we can talk to Blot again. Do that. I think we can talk to Blot again. I don't think he disappears. Or actually, wait, no. Is he at the... I think he's at the jail. I think we just left him. I think if I would have looked slightly to my left, I would have seen him standing, like, right next to me. Where? Oh, we're in Sellen's place. That's right. Always forget this one summons you underground. Looks so painful. Giant, like, thumbtack stuck through him. Does not look fun. An item. That is an item. Shows a closer bonfire to this dumb thing. I will say, thinking of that, another thing that I like about this one that the other earlier Souls games didn't have... Oh, speaking of a closer bonfire, there's literally one right here. I'm just blind. I like the little statues that are near a lot of the bosses, that you can't use them as a way to, like, get to the boss, so you still have to do the traditional, like, Soulsborne run to the boss. These little things, but once the boss kills you, like they're almost inevitably going to do on your first attempt at him, you can choose to respawn at these things to immediately fight him again without having to run up 6 more times. Like, once you've done it once, the game is like, okay, now you can just keep fighting the boss.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
Smithing stone.
Oh, yes.
Magic smithing stone.
I should say. If you venture north to Rea Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon.
Now, what exactly would someone that's as tall as you consider a little on the large side?
That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
Okay. So he wants us to keep an eye out for a large blacksmith, which, again, considering his size, means they're going to be real big. But first we got to go tell Ken that we took his fort back, and also his demi-human queen lady was totally dead inside. I do like the fact that Kenneth Haidt is friends with the demi-humans and, like, works with them. Because you see very few characters in this game that, like, get along cross-species, and the fact that this guy is one of them I always thought was kind of funny, because he's otherwise kind of like this, like, stuck-up nobility guy, but then he's like, yeah, no, sure, I'll work with the demi-humans. They're cool. Hey, Ken.
I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
That's actually a really good, like, early game dagger, if you're using a class that uses those. Like, if you're focusing on doing, like, parries and crit attacks. That's actually one of the best daggers you can get in this part of the game. And it's funny that you get it from this dude who is just some random guy.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erd Tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind, under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Height, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch.
So he's gonna go back to his castle, so let's go talk to him there. Now, see, if I had to pick a character, I think I would go more with Kenneth Branagh's guy. What's his face from the second one? Which is actually funny because they're both named Kenneth. I can't think of what the heck his name is, but the one that like lied about being really good at everything, but he was actually just like writing down what other people did and then erasing their memories. Not here yet. Oh, I didn't rest at a bonfire, so it didn't reset. I only traveled to one. What the heck is that guy's name? It's Gilroy something, isn't it? Gilroy Lockhart. That's who he kind of reminds me of if I had to guess a Potter character. Ooh. There it is. We'll know this worked if there's a bunch of demi-humans hanging out in here. Which sadly will not be non-hostile, but we can run past them without attacking them. We're back. Don't see any demi-humans. I might have had to talk to him one more time. Might have had a little bit more to say before he came back here. Dang it. How fast I can kill a troll with this sword. Yeah, he's good. He's really good in... It's not as good as the original one, but I think I've watched it more just because I can watch it without subtitles. The British remake of Wallender, he's really good in that. Yeah, I saw the first of the Perot ones. I saw Murder on the Orient Express. I have not seen Murder on the Nile. Also, that troll just killed me. I have read the Book of Murder of the Nile. Sort of. I read a big Agatha Christie, what you call it, like an omnibus. It had a bunch of her stories in it. It had that, it had ABC Murders, it had Then There Were None. A couple other ones. Oh, I didn't know they adapted Murder in Venice already. I thought the newest one was Murder on the Nile still. They're really cranking those out. Hey, how come you're still here? You, go back to your tower.
Would you like, I see,
Oh, that's right, I have to do this. Okay.
Service and learn the workings of the Erdtree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
I do look very tired.
Very
also,
well,
yes, I pledge my service to you, Ken.
I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erdtree blessed.
Okay, now he's going to be back at his fort. That's why I like that he goes, I would knight you, but I'm not technically in charge yet. Like, it's one of those things that I feel like in a lot of games they would have just had the character say, oh yeah, no, totally, you're knighted now. And then admit later that they couldn't actually do it. But he is more honest than that. He's like, yeah, I would knight you, but I can't. Death and other details. To take a look at that. I've been binging lately on Netflix. And I saw it on there a few times and I didn't bother to watch it because the animation looked weird, so I thought it was just like some crappy cheap show. But then Skid from GCP kept saying it was good, so I had to watch it. Blue Eye Samurai, and it is really good.
You, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by...
Don't attack him. Really, you guys? Like how one of them accidentally hit him. Yeah, go downstairs. Okay, sorry about that.
You, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort? Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage.
His volume of how he talks is based on how close my camera is to him. I just noticed that. Ooh, Blood Bowl 2.
I must begin my search for a true...
Sounds interesting. I forgot to get the thing up here. There's like a Resident Evil 4 style medallion half up here somewhere. There it is. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, it sounded like it was football by the name. It sounds like, what was that old football game? I want to say it was on Super Nintendo, maybe? Might have even been older than that, but it was, like a football one, but it was, like, also fighting. Get to see turn-based TTRPG football. That does sound interesting. Yes, Mutant League. What was that on? Was that on Super Nintendo, or am I misremembering that? I know it was on a system I didn't own. I played it at my friend Andrew's house, which is confusing because we have the same first name. But but that was a fun one. I want to say I think it was Super Nintendo. Because he had that and he had a Genesis. So it was one of the two. Neat. What am I doing next? So I did him. Little handy dandy chart here. Here it is. Oh, we can talk to Radhika. That's a good one to do. So we're going to go to the Gatefront Ruins and we're going to go meet a friend up here. How many souls do I have? Let's see if I eat all of these little ones, if I can level up. Yep, no, that's enough because I think I only need like 36 or something. Get our endurance up so we can try to wear some more clothes. See if that's enough to put gloves on. Nope. Can I put my... Nope. I cannot put anything up. I think I didn't empty one of these. I got the sword out of one, but the other one I don't think I emptied. This one? Yep. Not open this one. I think this is the flail. Yep. Can I help you with something, dude? My sword is way bigger than yours. You should not be fighting me. My sword is so much bigger than yours. In fact, my sword is so big, I'm gonna purposely let this guy see me. Ow. Not you. Not you. Ow. Hey, you. Blow your horn. I want to fight all of you with my giant sword. Oh. So the problem with this thing is the block counter is very slow because it is very big. Buddy? Oh no, these guys gave up. They're like, screw that. Get back here. Does this thing have 100% physical block? I think it does. Hang on. Oh no, I am still taking a little bit of damage. But it's got a very high physical block, considering it's not actually a shield. God, I'm covering losing so much blood. Let's go find Radhika. Shooting me. Love this dumb sword. Radhika, but first someone's gonna throw wolves at us. Never gonna hit a wolf with this thing. Oh, there we go.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it.
Okay. Interesting conversation. Let's talk to her a little more.
You? And heading to Stormvale Castle. Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider? Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off, or legs, or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven.
I want to be like everyone else. It's like that jump off a bridge thing. If your friends had their arms and legs and head cut off and put on a spider, would you?
Oh, I know. Can you take this little one along with you? The poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly upon you. It'll be glad of your company, I think, the little un.
That little spirit ash is like one of the best ones to have if you're not a like hang and bang fighter. Because it's really good at drawing aggro and has like 10 million health.
It was a pleasure to see you. Oh. Can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know. It was a pleasure to see. Oh, tell them I love them. Finally getting the.
So she came here with a bunch of other people. They all got grafted by the spider, which she says means you get your arms and your legs and your head cut off and stuck on him. And what's left over, according to her, turns into a chrysalid. Which, yeah, that sounds weird. Oh, see ya, Catman. Have a great dinner. I admit that I'm probably not going to go much longer anyway. I started late tonight. But so much as cut people with this thing as whack them over the head with it. Oh no, that was a fence. I thought he shot one of his other friends. Yeah, how'd that work out for you? Anybody else want to try? My giant mega sword. There it is. Okay. You have to hit that and then heavy attack, and you do like a spin. Okay, so we met Roderick. We can meet Burnhill. Burnhill? No, it's Bernal. Because everybody in this game pronounces their name differently than how it's spelled. But we can meet Bernal. He might have that Ash of War that I want for this sword, the one where you like spin like Sonic the Hedgehog. I didn't do the flip. There we go, he did the flip. Hoping they had the animation for the goats to do that. I guess they don't. This guy will flip though. Or not. Hang on. There we go. Apparently jumped off my horse. Oh, also that guy's got a buddy. So much fun to do. Okay, here is Bernal's shack.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernal.
You also have a big sword.
Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order?
I'm going to say yes, because it sounds like that's the answer you want to hear.
Yes, you're a Tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper Tarnished, like you.
Sure. See if he has the... So, that's not it. Okay. That's not a bad one, but we're not using it. Can't use that one on Colossal Swords. That's not it. Nope, he does not have the one we want. Like how everything's like you can't use it on Colossal Weapons. You're not doing any cool tricks with that frickin' thing.
There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised
Yeah,
their
no,
arms
I
in
know there are
battle,
because I have like 6 that I got
lost
from
and
killing beetles
died.
that you don't sell.
A fine tale, all told, of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword and the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle, to death itself. Not floating your boat? Well, there's no rush. Knowledge of the arts can wait another day.
Double check and see if I actually might already have that one. Nope. No colossal weapons. No colossal weapons. I like how so many of them are like, yeah, no, you're not using this on your ridiculous giant sword. Okay. So that's Bernal. What else can we... Oh, we can meet Alexander. You know what? We're going to do that before I end the stream because Alexander is awesome. He is one of the best NPCs in this game. If I remember right, he should be like there. I have another level up too. Good camp. Anything good in here? Hey, do you guys have any good stuff I can steal? What's this? Got some exalted flesh. Anything else? Nope. We've got a really mean dog. Oh, there's a chest over there, so I'm gonna have to kill you guys because you're not gonna let me open that. Yeah, but I ain't gonna be able to open that chest while you're attacking me. Also, if this dog can just stop. Seriously, dog. Sword is so big that I'm hitting and then it's swinging. And I'm hitting again and forgetting that I'm still waiting on the last swing, so I keep doing a bunch of extra swings. I wonder if I can wear those. This might be light enough. Nobody's attacking me. Oh, those are actually heavier than my boots. I was not expecting that, so I cannot wear those. Oh, hi. Ooh, we got a heater shield. We need to get a bronze shield at some point. I don't think I have one yet. Or not bronze shield, a brass shield.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello?
Yep, I hear you. Hang on, there's a dragonfly.
Anyone?
This is Alexander. He's awesome.
Oh, my stars. I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big. And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally.
Like nice and big, huh?
No, there's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
Right? Hello.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Oh, that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Ah. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this.
Some flesh from inside your jar. Thank you.
Once again, the pleasure is mine. I am the warrior jar known as Alexander. Iron Fist Alexander, in fact. I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid wilds. And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your breast aflutter?
Does sound interesting.
I'm heading eastward to Redmane Castle. I've heard there's to...
Okay, so there's a festival in Redmane Castle. That sounds very interesting. Probably need to train a bit more before we're ready for that, but definitely could be something to do in the future, and I'm gonna die. That was karma for me trying to attack a bird that can't fight back. Okay, so going a little over an hour. Getting a bit late, so gonna grab my souls back, level up one last time, and probably end it here for tonight and try to stream again either Friday or Saturday, I'm thinking. Because we gotta record the pod tomorrow. But making decent progress on doing everybody's quests. Getting to meet all the colorful cast of characters. Oh, and Alexander's already off on his way. Already off on his way. Here, level up. Endurance and see if we can put on anything. See if we can swap our boots. Nope. We can put on gloves. Nope. We can put on a hat. Nope. Still cannot wear anything unless... I wonder if I can drop this down. There's stuff. Yeah, there you go. So I'm at least wearing everything in every slot. And you know what, just for the heck of it, before we leave, we're gonna fight this Pumpkinhead one-on-one and see how much better we do with this sword than we did when we fought that Pumpkinhead with the other sword. That's just an instant knock you down move, huh? Okay, yeah, definitely better. Oh, we got the helmet. Oh my god, hang on. I'm probably a heavy load no matter what I take off with this, aren't I? Oh, nope, I'm a medium load if I only wear the helmet. Okay. Oh. Alright, so I'm gonna end it there. Hope you enjoyed. Pop in. I want to write. Pop that in. Pot Against the Machine, actual play podcast currently running through the Iron Gods Paizo Adventure Path for the Pathfinder role-playing game. And we did drop episode 146 today. And be dropping the next one next Wednesday. And be appreciate anybody who hasn't heard of us. Go give episode 1 a listen, maybe, see if they like it. And drop a review, and goodbye.
Against the machine.